Well, good morning. Welcome back to the vlog. This is the first vlog of the new year of 2020, so I'd just like to start by wishing everybody a happy new year. Hope you had a good Christmas. And you join me on the Syndicate again this time. I do apologise if you've been looking out for my vlogs. I haven't actually released a vlog for about 4 weeks now. I did intend to put one out between Christmas and New Year, but foolishly the footage that I'd actually recorded for that vlog, I formatted the SD card and lost all the footage, so that was a bit of a schoolboy error. So yeah, this is going to be the first vlog of the new year. And like I say, you join me on the Syndicate again, and I managed to get in a swim called Gravs. Just turn the camera around. I'm in a swim called Gravs at the moment, which is on the shallows. If you've been following my vlogs on the Syndicate, you'll know that these swims have all been out of action for the last couple of months due to the river flooding over. It got so bad at one point that the lake was actually shut for a week. So yeah, so this is the first chance we've actually been able to get on these swims, because like I say, they were about 2 foot underwater. The river really was raging through, and this place took a right battering over the last couple of months. So yeah, it's good to get back on these swims again, and they got quite good winter form as well, because of the drop off out there, which is about 9 wraps out from here. It's about 2 foot deep in the front, and then it just goes out to about 5 foot, and then about 9 or 10 wraps out it just drops down to about 13-14 foot, and that's where I'm going to be fishing. So yeah, that's got quite good winter form, that drop off. I've had a few fish off there in the past. Yeah, and the swim that I was actually fishing last time I was here is over there on my last vlog, and I was casting right out to in front of these swims, and that's where I've been baiting up as well. Every time I was in there, before I left, I was just emptying a bucket of bait out here. So so yeah, there's been a few fish out over the last few weeks as well. So hopefully we'll be in for a fish on this session. It's blowing a nice southwesterly wind at the moment, and it's about 12 degrees today, so the pressure's quite high. I think it's about 1020 at the moment. The conditions are going to be quite changeable over the next few days. I'm here for 3 nights. I think today's going to be all right, but then tomorrow night I think we're due a lot of rain and high winds, and on the last day I think the pressure's going to drop to about 1,000, I think, and the conditions are going to be pretty much the same as today, I think. So yeah, we're going to get a bit of rain whilst we're here, but yeah, I can deal with that. But that's just nice to see the lake fishable again. Rig wise, I'm just going to be using the multi-rig on this session. I've got 3 already tied up, ready to go, just got to wrap them up. So I'll just show you this one. So yeah, just got a multi-rig there with a pineapple pop-up. I'm going to be using the pineapples on all 3 rods to begin with, and no particle on this session, just boilie. So I've just bought some Atlantic Heat and some Monster Red with me, just to scatter out over the spot. I'm going to be fishing quite close together. Fish all 3 rods quite close together and get on that spot, so I should imagine it's quite clear out there with the amount of bait I've been putting out. Hopefully that'll be quite clear. So yeah, a few things to talk about on this session. I've got some leaders to try. The guys from Poltergeist Tackle have sent me some leaders to try out. Unfortunately I'm not going to be able to use them on this session because I'm using helicopter rigs, because I'm fishing at the bottom of that drop off. And it's a little bit rocky on there, and at the bottom there, and I think if there's still a little bit of weed down there, then I don't really want to be using a leg clip, so I'm using helicopter setups at the moment. So what I'll do though is I'll get them out, and we'll have a good look at them, and we'll get them in the water, and I'll get the GoPro under the water, and we'll have a look and see what they're like under the water. If they're fluorocarbon, you shouldn't be able to see them, so yeah, we'll try that. I'm also going to be giving away 5 kg of Baitworks boilies on this vlog as well. So if you carry on watching this vlog, I'll tell you in a little while, or a bit later on in the vlog, how you can win that. So yeah, really looking forward to the session. Like I say, I'm here for 3 nights, and hopefully we'll have a fish or 2. That'd be good to start the new year with, and to get a nice fish for the camera for the new year and for the first vlog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these rods wrapped up now, get them out on the spot, and then I'll get back to you in a bit. So, as I mentioned earlier in the vlog, just like to thank the guys from Poltergeist Tackle. They've sent me some leaders to try and also some hooks. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use the hooks on this session because they're barbed hooks. Just focusing on that. They're barbed hooks, and there's a barbless reel on here. But these are the wide gape twisted shod hooks in size 6. If I can get in a bit better on that, as you can see, they look quite strong hooks, to be honest. They've got a nice square turn on them as well. They're very similar to the Deception SWG ones that I'm using on the multi-rig. Like I say, they're quite a heavy wire, so they do look quite strong. But I'll review them when I can actually use them, because like I say, I can't use them on here because it's barbless reels. So as far as the leaders go, so they've sent me a gravel colour one, a green one and a clear one to try. They come in these nice packets. They're resealable packets. If you use leaders, you'll know that once you get them out of the packet and try and get them coiled up in your tackle box, they tend to uncoil and everything. So these are nice resealable packets that you can put them back in. As far as fluorocarbon goes, I'm a bit confused why you have to have a colour if it's supposed to be fluorocarbon. So fluorocarbon to me means it disappears under the water. So why you'd need a colour, I don't know. I think they're just fluorocarbon coated, to be honest. So yeah, as a leader, I mean, they're about a metre long, and when they come in the packet, they're all coiled up. As you can see with this green one, it's all coiled up. It's just come out of the packet. So what I tend to do with any fluorocarbon that I use, I'll just get it between my finger and thumb, just grip it and just pull it through, and just try and create a piece of bit of heat on there. You can do it over the kettle, I suppose, but save getting the kettle out. It's easy just to do it like this. Obviously don't squeeze too hard because you'll burn yourself. But yeah, see, that's nice and straight now. A little bit wiry. I mean, if they went over a stick on the bottom, you'll see on the underwater footage that I've done that they do actually go up a little bit. If they're not laying flat on the bottom, they will kick up over stuff. They come with a lead clip, but the lead clip doesn't actually come on it. They also come with a quick link swivel, which is fused on. So yeah, this is the lead clip one. And they just come with a loop on the end as well, and they've got the fused sections on there to hold for the loop and to hold the quick link swivel on. They also come with a tail rubber as well. So yeah, an issue I've found is that fuse section's quite big, and the loop's quite big as well, and the lead clip, the hole in the lead clip is quite small. So to get that lead clip over that loop, you really have to pull it on. With the green one, I put the lead clip on the green one, and I used a baiting needle to do that with, and as you can see, it's damaged that to the point where I'm not going to be able to use that. I wouldn't feel confident in using that. It's actually took the fluorocarbon coating off that, and it's actually damaged the inner core as well, because yeah, that was really tight to get that lead clip on there. With the gravel colour one, I just used a piece of line to put that on with, and yeah, still damaged it, but I don't think it's damaged it as much where I won't be able to use that. It's just took the coating off that. I haven't actually tried the clear one yet. What I'll do is I'll try and find a different way of getting the lead clip on the clear one without damaging it. Also, I'm not going to be able to use these on this session because I'm using helicopter setups anyway. The reason I'm using a helicopter is because I'm fishing right at the bottom of that shelf, and it's a little bit rocky there, and there's still a little bit of weed about. So yeah, I'm using a helicopter setup, so I won't be able to use these on this session. But yeah, like I say, they're about a metre long, quite abrasion resistant, I should imagine, so they'll be good for fishing up against snags. I don't know how much they cost. I think they're about £3 each, I think. So yeah, just like to thank the guys from Poltergeist Tackle for sending them to me and asking me to try them. And if you're watching this, hopefully you'll take on board what I found with them. Also, I tried them under the water, and like I say, fluorocarbon to me means they disappear under the water, and these ones didn't quite disappear, to be honest. I found the green one to be the better one, basically because I did it in a better foot of water in the margin, and the water's quite green at the moment. Or it's got a bit of a green tinge to it, I'll say. So this seemed to be the one that disappeared the best, the green one, although you could still see it. The gravel one, I did the same with the gravel one, and that was actually, I did it over gravel, and it didn't disappear at all. You could actually still see it. It did disappear in little sections, but you could actually see it was a leader on the bottom. And the clear one was the worst one. That actually stood out like a sore thumb. That one, that was just like a white leader on the bottom. So yeah, I wouldn't call these fluorocarbon. I think they're just fluorocarbon coated. And they didn't actually sit on the bottom that well. The green one did, and the gravel one sat down quite well. But the clear one, when I put that in, that actually went over a stick, so you could actually see that. You could actually see that sticking up. So yeah, Poltergeist tackle. I think they do other stuff as well, so I wouldn't base my review on their tackle just on these leaders. Give them a look. So that's all 3 rods out now on the spot. So yeah, I've put one 10 wraps, one 9.5 wraps, and one 9 wraps. Basically, I'm staggering them across. So obviously they're getting a bit closer as I'm coming across. So. They all went down with a nice donk, so hopefully they're going to be on the money there. So yeah, it's getting quite dark now. It's about 3:30 now, so it's not going to be long before the sun goes out totally, and it will be totally dark. So going to get myself something to eat in a bit, I think. Just have a little look round, so you just be able to see now how muddy it is still here. Really boggy, really muddy, so yeah, like I said earlier, this was all totally underwater. I mean, there's the stock pond there, and that was basically the fish were getting out of the stock pond and getting into the lake a few weeks back with all the flood water. So yeah, you can see how much the water's gone down now. Like I say, it's still really boggy, and that's pain in the arse trying to get the barrow around here. But once you're in the swim, that's all right. But yes, mud's about 6 inches deep here. So all set in for the evening now. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call it a day for the filming today, and I'm now going to get myself something to eat. Just wait for the alarms to rip off. I've got the Coleman alight in there now, keeping my bivvy nice and warm. So yeah, I'm going to get myself something to eat and chill out for the rest of the evening. So if you don't hear any more from me now, I'll get back to you in the morning. Well, good morning. First fish of the year, 21.5 pound common. Taken off the right hand rod, just off the drop off, about 10 wraps out. And this was taken on just a multi rig with a pineapple. One of the nice commons out of here. Beautiful fish. Let's have a look at the other side. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning now. And this was just a drop back. I've been having a few liners during the morning, and this just went. Excellent start to the year. Let's hope it continues. Let's get it back. Excellent start to the session. Nice 21 pound out common to start the session with in the new year, and yeah, really chuffed to have a nice fish for the first vlog of the year as well. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. I'm here for another couple of nights, so hopefully the luck will continue. We'll have a few more fish. That was taken on the multi-rig with the pineapple pop-up. I'll just show you the rig. So that's the rig I'm using. So basically that's size 4 Deception Angling SWG. I like using these because they've got quite a nice turn on them, where the shank goes up and then it all of a sudden kicks round. That's where I like to gauge where the loop's going to be, or the top of the loop anyway. And as you can see, I've got my little rubber bead on there that I put on there. I put that on there so it just holds that loop nice and secure in place. Stops it from moving from side to side too much and up and down as well. Micro ring swivel on there. I like the micro ring swivels because they move up and down quite nicely. If you're just using like a micro swivel, because of the double braid on there, it could restrict the movement on that. So but as you can see, that moves up there nice and easily. 14mm pineapple pop-up on there. And then going down, I've just got a piece of shrink tube on there. There's a bit of a kicker just over the eye, and then I have it just cut just across, just above the knot there. So that kicks that off nicely. Bit of a kicker on there. Then I've just used the Fox pop-up weights. That's a size AAA. I find that just weighs these down quite nicely. That's not actually critically balanced, this rig. It actually does drop down quite quickly, just because I'm just feeding over boilies basically, and I think when they're feeding over boilies they do tend to feed a little bit harder, I think, because they're just moving around and picking up as they go, so they're not as finicky, I think, as they do when they're fishing over particle. Another reason I like using these pop-up weights as well is because you can actually move it up and down. So if I wanted to adjust the height of that hook, that rig sitting off the bottom, all I have to do is just slide it up or down, and that'll adjust the height of that. Also, I don't like using the putty in here as well because of the crays, and the crays do like the putty. So yeah, and that's on the 15-pound quarter end trap, semi-stiff. It's quite a supple hook link, but it does kick it away nicely. So yeah, that's the 15-pound, and then I just got a little rubber sleeve on the end there, just with the loop, and that loop just goes over a quick link swivel, and then I just pull that up and secure it nicely on a quick link swivel. So yeah, that's the rig I'm using. Just focus this back in again. So they're the rigs I'm using for this session. I'm going to go with 3 pineapple pop-ups now. I'm going to keep all 3 with the pineapple pop-ups on them, and then see how I go. If the bites stop, and then I might change over to a white scent from hell. But yeah, got another 2 nights ahead of me. It's looking pretty bang on, to be honest. The sun keeps coming in and going out again, so and it's not too cloudy. The pressure at the moment I think is about 1020, but it is due to drop over the next couple of days. And I think we're due a bit of rain tomorrow night, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we won't get any more flooding. So but yeah, like I say, I'm here for 2 more nights, so let's bring on some more fish. Well, what a session this is turning out to be. Just had a nice mirror, £22.4, taken on the left hand rod, on the multi-rig, just a pineapple pop-up. It's been sat in the sling for a while, so it's a bit lively. But yeah, look at that. Oh, calm down. So yeah, pineapple pop-up with just a scattering of Atlantic Heat and Monster Red. I've only put about 100 baits out over all 3 rods. Just fishing just off the bottom of the drop-off. So yeah, let's have a look at the other side. Oh. I can't get over this weather. It's really warm tonight, and we've got that southwesterly wind just blowing straight into this bank, so must be really turning the fish on. There you go. £22, 4 ounces. Calm down. Lovely linear. Look at that. Beautiful fish. Right, let's get it back. Fish number 2, January session. First session of the year. Love it. Well, good morning. What an eventful night. Nice £22 4 ounce mirror. A fish called the Zip. I think it's the only Zip linear in here, so yeah, I haven't had that fish before, so really pleased with that. As you can probably hear, you might be getting a little bit of wind noise. The wind's really picked up again. It actually changed to southwesterly again last night. Yeah, and it really picked up, so I had the fish about 11 o'clock, and about half an hour after I put it back, it started to really chuck it down with rain. So yeah, had that fish just in time. Managed to get the 3 rods back out on the spot again. The fish actually wiped all 3 rods out. Took me a right merry dance, and yeah, took all 3 rods out, so I had to redo all 3 rods. But yeah, I managed to get him back out on the spots again, even in the dark. That's the joy with short range fishing. You can be quite accurate even in the dark, so managed to get them out all right. Just turn the camera around. So yeah, absolutely chucked it down last night. I think it rained for about 3 or 4 hours, and it was really heavy, constant rain. So everywhere sodden again. Even got a bit of water in the bivvy. I think the my ground sheets about had it. I think I need to get a new one. The water was actually coming up through the bottom of the ground sheet. So yeah, I managed to mop that up with the towel this morning. But yeah, it's looking bang on again today. Like I say, that's turned to a southwesterly again, but later on this afternoon it's due to turn to a northwesterly. Which means it's going to be blowing up that end of the lake, and the pressure's dropped as well. It's about 1,000 degrees now. About 1,000 millibar now. So that can't be a bad thing. And as you can see, it's really overcast. It's still quite warm this morning, but I think tonight as well it's due to drop down to about 2 degrees. So probably going to have a bit of a frost in the morning. But yeah, I'm going to keep the rods out for a little while. It's about 8:30 now. So I'm going to keep the rods out for a bit longer, and then wait till bite time's been and gone, and I'll probably bring them in, refresh the hook baits. So I'll get back to you in a bit. So I've had a couple of people ask me if I can just tell you what gear I'm using, rods and reels specifically. So basically the rods I'm using, I don't know if this will pick this up. These are the Harrison Torx 12'6" TE specials. They're 3.25 pound test. Lovely rods. Really good long range rods. They're not really the rods to be using for short range fishing, really. Like I say, I'm only fishing 9 to 10 wraps, so not very good for short range fishing, really. It's a bit difficult to gauge, just quite a short cast. I wish I'd have bought my scopes with me, really. I've got a set of 9-foot scopes that I use, but I hadn't replaced the line on the reels for a while. I used the 5500 XTDs on my 9-foot scopes, and they've been sat in the shed for a few months, and I hadn't replaced the line, so I didn't bring them in the end. So I bought the Torix again, but yeah, they're lovely rods. They've got the K series guides on them. They're only 40mm butt ring, but because the K series guides are quite long, I don't think you really need the 50mm butt rings on these. And yeah, like I say, they're 3.25 test, so they're actually quite soft at the tip, but you really can bang these out. Coupled on them, I've just got the 14,000 XTDs, the Shimano 14,000 XTDs. Beautiful reels. For the price, to be honest, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with these. I think I paid about £100 each for them, and yeah, they're really good reels for these rods. They've got the really big spools as well, so and you get the spool packers on them as well. You get the little plastic things that you put on the spools, so you can you don't have to fill the spools right up a line. But yeah, I mean, if they last 2 years, they're worth £100 each. So I've had a couple of sets of these now, and to be honest, I can't really fault them. They're lovely smooth reels, and they feel really solid as well, and they're actually quite sexy looking, especially on the old Torix. So so yeah, they're the rods I use. I think what I might do this year, I think I might just get a set of alp seats put on them, just to customise them a little bit. They've got the full shrink wrap handles on them. So yeah, I can get a set of alp seats fitted at Foster's, or which is Angling Direct now, Bob at Foster's. I think about 180 quid, I think, to have a set of alp seats fitted. So just make them a bit more tarty, and they're just sat on the Fox pod. They're really good little pods, these are, because they fold down really small. I've had this one about 2 or 3 years now. It's had a bit of a battering, but it still does the job. And yeah, just got the Delkims. These are the standard plus ones. I have had a set of TXIs before, but yeah, I've just got a set of standard plus now. And sorry if you can hear the helicopter going over. But yeah, I use, if I need a receiver on these, I've got like the little ATT receiver, and I've got the little dongles that fit on these as well. So yeah, that does the job. But obviously I'm sat right next to the bivvy, or right next to the rods. I've got the bivvy, so there's no need for me to have a receiver on it. I don't really plan on wandering up the lake, so and I just use the stows. I like the stows because they're quite light. I've got the weights for them if I need to make them a bit heavier, but I think they do give really good bite indication, so just got the stows on them. So yeah, they're the rods and reels I use. Highly recommend the Torix. I know they're quite expensive rods, but you get what you pay for. So yeah, so they're 12'6" Torix and Shimano XTD 14,000s. Lovely combination. Bivvy wise, with me at the moment, just let me move back. Bivvy wise, just got the Tracker Tempest, and that's got the wrap on it. If you've watched my vlogs before, you'll know that I've started using this a bit now. This time of year you really need a wrap, so yeah, you can't beat the Tempest. I mean, again, I've had this bivvy 2 or 3 years, and I've had Tempests before. I had the Brolly before, but it's a little bit small for me. I do like a bit of room, I do like to be comfortable. So yeah, that's the Tempest with a wrap on it. Not too difficult to put up really. The wrap's a bit of a pain to put on, but yeah, you can put the Tempest up really quick. So yeah, that's just some of the gear I use in there. Bed chair wise, I've got the Tracker Oval, Levelite Oval bed, really comfortable, but quite heavy to move about. So when I'm on short sessions, I've just got a little Cyprinus bed chair that I bring with a Gardner Carp duvet sleeping bag on it, but you know, I'm here for a few days, so again I like to be comfortable. So yeah, that's just some of the gear I use, nothing out of the ordinary. But yeah, I've been asked just to go over some of the stuff I use, so there it is. So we're coming into the last night now, and yeah, the wind's really dropped, and the lake's basically gone flat calm. So, and it's now starting to get a bit cold. So yeah, haven't really seen anything all day, to be honest. Though I was quite surprised really with this flat calm water. I was hoping to see a little bit, but haven't really seen anything. Haven't even had any liners today. So just wondering if they've moved out of the area. But with this wind dropped, who knows where they could be. But yeah, it's been a brilliant session so far. 2 fish. I mean, if you'd have said to me when I got here the other day that I'd have 2 fish, I'd have bit your hand off. So yeah, 1 would have been a bonus, but to have 2, yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I hope you enjoyed the vlog so far. Had a couple of sound issues. Got a new microphone, so I've had a couple of sound issues with that. So I apologise now if some of the sound isn't top quality as it should be. But you know, it's technical issues for you, especially this time of year. It's quite difficult getting decent footage because everything just looks so bland. Everything's just brown and wet and muddy, so yeah, it's difficult getting some decent footage to show you. But yeah, I'm going to just get myself something to eat now. I think it's getting about 4 or 5 o'clock now, so it's now starting to get dark. Going to get myself something to eat, find something to watch on my tablet, something on YouTube or whatever, and settle in for the night. So yeah, if I don't get a fish in the night, I'll see you in the morning. But hopefully we'll have another fish to show you. So see you later. Well, unbelievable. It's about 5:15. Well, it was about 5:15. I just sat down, I was just cooking my tea, and yeah, in that sling is a double take. The right hand rod went first, the 10 wrap rod, and just as I started playing that one, and I had that on for a couple of minutes, and the left hand started going. So yeah, double take, unbelievable. It's still really warm. The lake is flat calm now. I think the wind's just blowing a very mild easterly at the moment, so yeah, the wind prediction was wrong. So yeah, I've got all the rods out again. Finished my tea quickly, woofed that down. I've got a bit of indigestion now, but who cares? So yeah, I'll get the fish out to have a look. I know one of them's kinky tail, a little common. It's got to be the ugliest fish in here, but yeah, I don't care. Still a fish. And the other one's a nice mirror. So yeah, we'll get them out and have a look. Lovely old job. So this is the first one. Well, this was the second fish I had actually. But I'll show you this one first. This is a fish called kinky tail. Not going to bother weighing it. It's quite hard to hold because of the way it is. But yeah, it's got to be the ugliest fish in the lake. Bless it. Something obviously happened to it in its early years. But yeah, it goes about 18 pound usually. So I'm not going to bother weighing it. But yeah, what a cracking session. I love it. Let's just turn it round so you can see some of the side. Right, chill out. over. It's been in the sling for about 10-15 minutes. Brilliant. So yeah, like I say, last time this came out I think this was about £18, something like that, so yeah, I'm not going to bother weighing it. Brilliant. So let's get this back and I'll show you the other one. Nice one. Love it. Right, let's have a look at number 2. A nice mirror. Not sure if this is the one I had the other week or a few months back, to be honest. I think it could well be. But that's the thing with this place. You do get a lot of repeat catches. Not sure if it is the same one, I don't think it's as big. But still. Look at that. Beautiful fish. So yeah, they're obviously getting on the Atlantic heat and the Monster Red. And they obviously like the pineapple pop-ups as well. Both on the multi-rig still. Stayed with the same rig all the session and the same hook baits. And yeah, I've just been scattering the boilies out. Not too many. So I suppose I put about 200 boilies out over the course of the session. So yeah, unbelievable. Let's have a look at the other side. It's got a few leeches on it as well. So they're obviously not moving about much. Oh. There you go. Probably survives of it. Scrapes 20. But yeah, what a session. I would never even imagined I'd have full fish this time of the year, especially out here. I've never had full fish out of here on a session in the summer, so yeah, I'm blown away. Love it. Let's get it weighed. Oh. We've already zeroed the scales. Bigger than I thought. 22.6. 22.6. Let's get it back. Well, I can't get over that. I can't get over this session, to be honest. Full fish in January. Unbelievable. And yeah, this is my last night tonight, but I really haven't got to go home tomorrow if I don't want to. I've actually got 9 days off work, so I'm wondering whether to stay or not. But the bailiff came down a little while ago and said that the Trent's burst its banks. Obviously that rain that we had last night has had a bit of an effect on the Trent, and also up a bit further upstream as well. I should imagine they've had a lot of rain up north and in Wales, and that's where the Trent's fed from. So I'm hoping the Trent's not going to flood. I'm keeping an eye around the swim. Yeah, the bailiff came down, or the syndicate owner came down and closed the inlet to the lake to stop the lake from rising. So I'm a bit worried, to be honest, because I'm on the shallows, and these are the first swims that flood. So if we do get a flood, it looks like I might be waking up in the morning with a bivvy full of water. But yeah, I think I'll just have to stay on flood watch all night. So yeah, unbelievable. 320s I've had on this session so far. 21.8, 22.4 and a 22.6. And then kinky tail I didn't bother weighing. I should imagine it's about 18 pounds. This usually comes out about 18 pounds. So yeah, I didn't bother weighing that. But unbelievable session for this time of year, and unbelievable session for the first vlog of the year as well. So yeah, really chuffed with that. So I think I'll get myself a coffee now. It's time 5 to 7. The lake's flat calm, and it's still quite warm, to be honest. I thought that was supposed to be down to 2 degrees tonight, but unless that's going to really drop really quickly, which I should imagine it probably will, getting into the early hours of the morning. Yeah, hopefully that'll stay like this all night. So and that'll keep the fish on. So yeah, gonna make myself a nice coffee, and yeah, if you don't see me again tonight, I'll see you again in the morning. So we come to the end of the session now, and what a session it's been. 4 fish. I'd never even thought of that when I got here the other day. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. A nice 21.8 common, a 22.4 mirror, 22.6 mirror, and kinky tail. I didn't bother weighing kinky tail because I had the other fish in the sling, and I've only got one sling with me. So yeah, I didn't bother weighing kinky tail. She looks about 18 pounds, but looking back on the footage, I think she looked closer to 20. So she's a bit hard to gauge, to be honest, because she's such a funny shape, and the back end is really thin, and it's got quite a big bit in the middle. So yeah, it's quite hard to gauge, but very welcome all the same. Like I said at the beginning of the vlog, I'm going to be giving away 5 kg Baitworks boilies. From their freezer range or the shelf life range, and all you've got to do to win that is subscribe to the channel and like this video. Don't worry if you're already subscribed, you'll be in with a chance of winning it as well, so you'll be entered into the draw. And I'll also be giving away a Carpy Connection t-shirt as well, and some bucket stickers. The t-shirts come in a medium, large and extra large, so hopefully you'll be them sizes if you win. I'll just turn the camera around. So yeah, I'll be announcing the winner probably the end of February, and hopefully you'll be in with a chance of winning that, so good luck with that. So yeah, got all the gear away now, bivvies away and that, but if you look, the ground is quite sodden now, and yeah, behind the bivvies and behind the track into the swims, really wet and muddy now. So it looks like the water is starting to come in for the flood off the river again, so that's a shame. I've got the barrow over there. There's no way I'm going to be able to push it through all this mud with all my gear on it, so I'm going to take my bed chair and my bivvy around first, and a couple of other little bits, and then yeah, I'll come back and get the rest. I'll probably take me 2 or 3 trips to get it all around. So so yeah, what a session. Really pleased to have some nice fish for the first vlog of the year, and long may it continue, hopefully. So yeah, I've got a week off work still, so I'm going to go home, start editing this vlog and get this out for the weekend, because no doubt the hordes will be here over the weekend. So yeah, I'm going to try and stay away for the weekend, and I might come back and do a session on Monday or Tuesday. So I'll probably put another little vlog out for that, and hopefully we'll have a couple more fish. It's looking promising. So yeah, turn the camera around again. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be in with a chance of winning that bait and the t-shirt and the bucket stickers. And also don't forget to leave comments on the bottom of the video if you want to know anything about my session or anything about anything else that I have in my vlogs. I'm more than happy to answer any questions, so yeah, don't forget to do that. And also don't forget to check out our Facebook group as well, which is Carpy Connection. Just send a join request to that, and I'll authorise that as soon as I see it. And also our Facebook group, our Instagram page as well, which is Carpy Connection. Don't forget to check that out and give us a follow on there. And also, if you upload any Carpy pictures to Instagram, don't forget to hashtag Carpy Connection, and they'll show up on our feed. So, so yeah, all remains now is get the rods in, get back to the car and get home. So again, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, be lucky.